Alright, so today I decided to play Scotland. Now, with Scotland, the main plan is if there's an aggressive England, you should probably ally France, because England and France would go to war early game, so you could just like join in and take some land, because Scotland has a core on Isle of Man by just spawning in, I think, and you can claim some more by your claim group, I think. Anyway, for some reason, England, they didn't want to go after France. They just wanted to quit, I guess, so they just gave me the land. I swear this isn't scripted or anything, but it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I was able to form Great Britain as Scotland before 1500, which is pretty cool. You usually don't see any British formable before 1500. Well, at least from my memory. Anyway, here I go to Ireland because Ireland's a player, and I don't want Ireland to be like a big problem. So I asked the island player to be Norway, and I still want to be friends with him because I feel kind of bad for, invading him. He was a good player from what I could tell. Like he wasn't like swearing or anything. Okay, anyway, here I just kind of relax for a bit because the truce I have with England lasts until 1480. But France is in a war here, and I just kind of help out a little bit because I'm his ally. Because I was, thinking we'd attack England together, but we just didn't. Or, well, he had attacked England, now ran in, but it doesn't matter that much. The main problem in this game, like early game, is France, because France is building like a big vassal empire, and that's a pretty big problem for like everyone else in the server, which is, not that cool. I mean, again, it makes France stronger, I guess, but, not cool. Anyway, here's just giving Norway some advice, I guess. Yeah, just some advice. I know, let's get my rebels set up. Well, I don't think I actually did it. No, I did it full. No. Yeah, I didn't do my rebels fully then. It was just one rival there, I think. Anyway, I got my first colony. I wanted to go for the East Coast. And there wasn't any like colonial exile type players. There wasn't like Hamburg or anything like that from what I can remember. But anyway, I saw Morocco over in the Americas. I asked Morocco for that one province in Georgia, so I could just, get the Americas. Even without him having like anything other than Florida. I was advising Morocco pretty heavily here, but Venice and I think Naples went to colonize the Caribbean, and Morocco went to go for Mexico, but Venice also went for Mexico, so I advised Morocco to just go for Peru because he didn't settle into place in Mexico where he could just like cut off the other players from gold pretty easily, kinda. So I just advised him to cut off Peru, and that's that. Also, Milan settled in Brazil there, I think. Oh yeah, I didn't mention Norway is in Canada. Yeah, you may have seen it, but yeah. Also, there's Westphalia colonizing. I think France colonized a little bit later too, but it's only like 2 provinces, and I eventually annexed it, but it's like a lot later. Anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of focusing on the colonial game. I kind of want to get Curacao because it makes the culture map look kind of wonky. Anyway, I allied Morocco there, I think, or I may have sent them money, I don't know. But there's France's colony I was talking about, and I want to cut him off from more colonizing. But I wasn't. I mean, I kind of was able to because, well, maybe, I don't know. I'm not very well versed in central North Carolinian colonizing patterns. But anyway, I was finishing up my American colony somewhere over there. I do actually finish this on the American colony on record, I think. Anyway, I checked the dev map. Italy's pretty developed, but I think I developed London a little bit, and I expanded my colony. Yep, I made London the most developed city in the world there, I think. And I just showed you France's vassal empire. It's pretty big. This is still early game, so France, like, proper doesn't have that much manpower, but his vassal empire is massive. And that's where you get, like, a lot of manpower from. But anyway, here I'm just, like, observing Europe. I think I may have allied Sweden somewhere close to here because of French aggression. Well, French vassalage. He didn't attack us directly. Anyway, I was making some comments on Milan having an army in the Pacific. I think he made us click to end Pacific, and that's it. It's not like anything Anyway, I think France's vassal empire grew, and here I want to build a navy because, I mean, if I'm playing Britain, you might as well build a navy. That's kind of like a Britain thing to do. But if you're playing Britain and you have like continental allies, you don't really. It's. Sometimes you don't need a navy that much. Like in my case, I was allied with Sweden here. I think we'll see the here a little bit later. But anyway, France vassalized Prussia. Anyway, about Sweden, you could just send your army over to like Denmark, which is owned by Sweden, and then you're already on the continent. And that's like before war, you could just send it over, and that's it. I mean, you can get a navy, I guess, so you could just like prevent France from building one, potentially, and just sinking your army. Anyway, here I'm trying to vassalize Lithuania, and I saw France barging in, which is not ideal, but I wasn't actually able to vassalize them here because I didn't see any option. Well, it's not the only reason, but that's a reason. I had a large army in Denmark, and also Westphalia is a player, and he's under French vassalage, so I don't think he likes that quite much. We might note on that a little bit later. Anyway, Morocco is a pretty big name in Peru-ish, from what I could tell. And I asked Morocco to like help me with France, but not now. Here I'm getting my army ready for France and sending it on over. So now I have around 30k troops in Europe. Sweden is planning to invade Prussia because they were thinking France might respond, but they just didn't here. But I still feel very threatened by the French for being, such a big vassal empire thing. But Sweden got basically the Baltic Sea, so that's pretty cool. Sweden basically just dominates like continental Asia, Europe-ish, like Russia, later in the game. Anyway, here I somewhat cut off Naples from colonies in the north. I want him to get just Texas, and that's it, but sometimes that's not how that works. Anyway, I was trying to negotiate with Venice to not ally the French, but that just did not work, from what I could tell. Anyway, France is expanding-ish, and I tried to cut off Naples, which I did. Anyway, here I'm trying to prepare my army, like, a little bit later, but I'm trying to prepare my army to invade France, because the French threat is just too, it's very present on the continent right now. So I spent another 20k and sent them over to Sweden. So now I have around 50-ish, roughly 55-ish k over in France, and that's a pretty big army for 1610, especially for Scotland. So basically here I'm just trying to send my army to Italy. I sent some mercenaries down. I sent my navy to try and blockade the French, and I think it worked. Anyway, here we're basically just sieging the rest of France. Big battles happening in southern France and into Italy. Okay. And basically the war is somewhat over by now. The French army got basically obliterated along with their Italian allies. Venice tried to muster up an army earlier, but that just kind of failed. Naples was also in the war, so I sent my army down south too. And another power just exited the war, from what I could tell. So some stuff happened. Anyway, I tried to hamper France as much as I, feasibly could. And France leaves soon, I think, because, he just kind of got demolished in a war. I get it, but it's still kind of... Yeah, there he goes. Anyway, I was quarrying some more land there. I'm expanding my North American colony a little bit. My friend Norway finished colonizing Canada, and I plan on invading France again because I want to actually dismantle this vassal empire, because if another France player joins, they're still kind of powerful even without Paris. Oh, by the way, I took Paris. That's what the fort is. Anyway, I was making a little comment on Muscat, but Muscat just kind of left, which, it's fine. Anyway, Morocco's over invading Spain. I think Venice is the one with those not purple, two red tiles over in Portugal. Naples exists. They still exist, but eventually Venice or Naples, one of them, they unite Italy. I forgot who, but it's not Milan. I think Milan already left. Okay, I think it's not Milan. Anyway, I kind of want France's colony over North America. I don't think it's in this war, but it might be in the next war, I think. Anyway, I got some claims on France. I'm trying to dismantle the empire, like dismantle their power. Just because if some French player joins, I don't want to get obliterated. Because he might have like a bunch of Central Europe vassalized. That's kind of not cool for me. Anyway, he was just kind of carpet sieging France. His vassal went to siege London, which I guess that happened for a little bit. But eventually his vassals kind of got his teeth kicked in. And then we go over into Poland, because Poland's also a vassal of France. The thing is, if you defeat a country in this game, like completely annex every one of its territory, its vassals just kind of fall apart. It doesn't have any vassals, I think. And I don't think they get reinstated if it gets released or something either. Anyway, the war is just going on. There's a lot of occupied land over in Europe. I went to like southern lands. Tried to free Hungary, I think. But France is generally not doing that well right now. Morocco's still in war with France, and I think he gets glitched for a little bit. So I give him some advice. But it's not right now. Anyway, I look at that dev map, and Italy's not as dev'd up as before. The north kind of got destroyed by the war. Because Paris is fine, but Venice, the city of Venice, I think got sacked twice. Rome also got sacked, as far as I'm aware. So yeah. Anyway, I was claiming some more France there. I'm trying to fill in the North American colony. I'm just kind of vibing for now. I have some autonomy in France, which I think I should probably lower eventually. Anyway, I'm getting my dev map up. I'm trying to collect more money. Also trying to get like one port over in Belgium. As I said earlier, Sweden's pretty big now. They only get bigger later. But big doesn't mean powerful. Powerful is like army. Big is just kind of on a map. It kind of might look nice on a video, but nope. No, not that strong. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sweden's pretty strong, but it's not because they're big. Anyway, here I'm just sieging France again, trying to get more land, and it just makes the French development map look even worse. Maybe. Anyway, I sent my army over to the Netherlands, one army near Spain, and one army near the Swiss border. The French army's just kind of chilling, basically. It's getting destroyed a lot, but it's, maybe it's chilling when I said that, I guess. Maybe. Anyway, I'm trying to close down the colony. You may have seen that. It's like 5 tiles by now, I think. Anyway, I'm trying to siege the Amsterdam, the fortress over there. And I get France's colonies in the Americas now, I think. I still have a claim on France, but I don't actually use it right now. I think I would just work on a little bit later. Anyway, I bought some spice extraction here, because spice is like, I think, 0.3 gold per thing. So that's like pretty nice for the economy, generally. Anyway, I'm getting my army ready for France again. And Naples is over invading Venice. I think Naples is the one that forms Italy. Anyway, I do like a little tricky maneuver. No, not tricky, little goofy maneuver of asking Naples to buy southern France I could use for a screenshot, like for a thumbnail. But I guess it's official borders and just like run, because it happened. Anyway, I invaded Aragon, I'm invading France. France is basically like entirely sieged down right now. They're just not doing that, in my opinion. I gave Germany what he probably wanted over in, well, France and Germany. And France is basically just reduced to Catalonia, which is pretty small. I think they still have vassals, though. Anyway, I'm not sure if you caught it, but Italy formed, and London is like the best developed city in the world by now, I think. I try and develop, maybe try and develop my lands a little bit more. But anyway, France is basically on its last legs. I think it gets kicked out eventually. It's pretty weird how France could fall from like massive empire to in 200 years just basically not even existing. But I guess it's just how that game works sometimes. Anyway, I annexed the French part of France. Now France is basically entirely in Spain. It's just Catalonia at this point. Anyway, this is the part earlier I was talking about, like buying land from Italy for, thumbnail. Anyway, Westphalia, I kind of wanted to form Germany because they're just kind of sitting there. It's, yeah, kind of sad. Anyway, I did a little screenshot there. You may have seen it. And I decided to just end the video now. That's about it. See you guys.